she's been handling it alone all along. That she's...
You're just...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not
Have you... It has been several days since Ganyu left for Jueyun Karst.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced, they commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Jueyun Karst. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibility.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since, even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as...
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But
It's because of this absurd... When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of...
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds...
Speaking of Jueyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of there as you please.
of course, we've been there.
That's good news. Could you go to Jueyun Karst and find... we're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainer's abode.
It's about time she came back to work.
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mount Aozang? We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there. Person standing over there. That's Ganyu. We finally found her. Ganyu, here you are.
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it a... I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yuehai Pavilion regarding matters concerning the commercial...
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore?
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here in...
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to be. When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, my Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful. I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Jueyun Karst.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer? We're terribly sorry. We just...
One merely jests. One felt your...
Wow. You Adepti...
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion and... yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales from her youth shall one apprise you of?
Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends...
Oh, Paimon wants to hear...
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns. She was elsewise loath to sleep.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll... The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real... So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One...
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite. Impressive.
Be that so, but returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one is of your arrival. One cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for her. One will tell you more about her, if you... Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But, just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue, anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her. She should be in the southern
Huh, is that so? So here you are.
Why did you come here? Considering the kindness you have shown me...
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. The training is much to her... No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. If you're ready, we... If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised. We've completed the task. What do you think? I agree. You put
Ganyu?
the trainings.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true
Who is it?
conqueror of demons.
Huh. So it's Shell. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's...
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe he's already waiting for me. Come along.
Of course we are. Let's go.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of human.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us.
Shell is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential.
Yes. I'm ready.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed. Like royal...
I've completed your trial.
People's validation won't benefit your train. Only you can evaluate the result of this trial.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start
I have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your...
Pesky visitor? So even here...
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the... Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth...
Oh, so it's a pilgrim. Huh. He can handle any bad...
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say that I'm an Adeptus in training.
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit half-hearted. What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help
For free? Do you mean that you charge people for...
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that it would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted for no reason.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money? Enough. Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your...
It's not his behavior. The things I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me feel like an Adeptus again. But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
all right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst.
It's a step in the right direction.
I suppose
That's right.
I've spent. Let's go for a walk in the.
Happy to come.
The smell of the sea breeze.
Ganyu, you did.
Well, I used to be so.
Huh. That's.
Well, when I think about my time, it put me in a certain.
Why, isn't it little... I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Allow me to introduce.
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing.
What? This grandpa is a member the same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures in most people's eyes.
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such noble character.
Oh, little Miss Ganyu. You're
Uncle Tien, a person of your standing should really stop calling me Little Miss Ganyu.
Oh, my apologies. It's not intentional, just a childhood habit. Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qixing.
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades.
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary. It's nothing worthy of your...
Talking about secretaries... Oh, I don't know if I should bring it up.
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my junior. How...
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown. May I trouble you to meet her at Yuehai Pavilion? She just...
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character. Just like that, huh? Let's move then. To you.
Don't...
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
Indeed, I heard that you've encountered...
My abusing his status as a member of the Qixing.
Don't worry.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also...
So, what can you tell me about...
Where should... They were obvious, without any evidence.
I see.
Well, is there a...
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old...
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with one...
Yes, you're right.
That won't be... Should we need to...
What? Ugh.
Well...
Don't let that. If you don't.
You know, sir.
Of course. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look.
Oh, of course. Line by line. Ah, here I've. That Look at the tax record.
Nice.
But, He might have.
Aha.
I hope so. Let's go to Fonmu Carpenters. Thank you for
Oh,
It's all right, Wei-Shi.
Oh, that's...
I'm usually happy to take.
Kings are really...
Hey, I heard that. Flying one?
Paimon...
Master Lu,
Why would the cheese...
Dongsheng bought some fur.
Oh, it's about...
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps...
But... As for... But some trouble. Since you...
So that's what...
I'll leave you to...
Take back the warehouse.
Wait,
Oh, Paimon Season 2. It's one of the Fatui.
they must be plotting something.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master...
Ever since so, we won't call. Besides, I can already... My intuition...
Then what are we waiting...
I think you've had
Plan?
We just taught you. If you don't, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth.
If you're telling...
Fine.
About to...
Pick berries.
I must admit, I didn't
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming anyway?
Judging by how he's looking at us, it...
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fonmu Carpenter?
Fonmu Carpenter, I swear.
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
I also feel that I misjudged our...
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the...
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may...
Paimon's in!
Darn you.
What's your choice then?
I'll get back to my berries.
What a bittersweet...
I made a laugh.
No worries. It's from One Min Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not... This one is... Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too! This one is... Second Lives! We finally found...
Life goes on. I promise to help. Look. Agreed.
Isn't it? I told you that I do.
Groundless, but I
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made...
What?
He's talking. Time for that.
Mr. Dongsheng,
can...
Do you admit...
Indeed. Oh? I don't think you...
Yeah. Your enemy knows you best. To think, you came up...
Pitting your opponent against their enemies. And what? That's how Uncle Tien... I figured that as Uncle Tien, so I just...
Ganyu's so...
Oh.
That's...
Then...
All right, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat. Oh, come on.
If it's just a...
Actually, I've... Miss Ganyu.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huixin. Oh?
Oh, no, I don't...
With pleasure.
Even though I've only decided...
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, I can't compare myself to such an outstanding...
I disagree. You're a great secretary.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh?
Influenced by my youthful life. At first, I was worried, but after all that happened this time...
So, what made...
The fact that you'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her it'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guidance.
Huixin, I never thought that I meant so much to you.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their
witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years, but I've always regarded it as nothing. Huixin, you don't know how you've made me realize that I share another connection. They rely on me. Accept me.
Oh, of course.
That's...
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up.
Even if I've really been supplanted, I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary. Regardless, I'll go back. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? I'm still hungry.
Baisha, are you okay? Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long.
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do...
Oh, finally.
Yes. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship... To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge.